Good evening folks, this is BestInSlot and welcome to the final building episode of our Jurassic Park tour in Jurassic World Evolution. Today we're going to finish off the entire park and then in the next video we'll go through our proper tour, we'll try to recreate the movie scenes, stuff like that. So what are we doing today? Well, in the last video we finished off all the paddocks. We now have a Dilophosaurus paddock. We've sort of Exactly, Mr. Brachiosaurus. We've tidied everything up, everyone's got little signs and stuff like that, it's all looking good. Today we need to do quite a few things. We need to do the Raptor pen, holding pen sort of thing. We need to do the maintenance shed from the film. We need to do the visitor centre. Visitor centre is actually looking... I have got a little image so I can test this. It's looking pretty good. It's not far away from where it should be. It maybe needs a little bit of... finagling, as the cool kids say. Okay, as I say. And then we also need to work on the docks. So, first things first, we can get rid of this finally. No more need for a hatchery. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. I'll stop in a minute, I promise. Boom, boom, boom. Do we need this? No, we don't. Do we? Oh, no, yeah, of course we do. What am I on about? But we don't need this. Alright, good stuff. These very random people wandering around my... Where are you going, lads and lasses? What are you up to? God only knows. Right, so let's work bit by bit. We're going to do the visitor centre, then we're going to do the... Let me check. I think it's the maintenance shed. Nope. It's the Raptor pen, and then it's the maintenance shed. And again, we'll try to base it off the film, because we don't really have a, you know, in-universe excuse for how this would work. Anyways, visitor centre sits like that. Concrete road in front of it. Then there's some water with some lily pads and stuff like that. Maybe we could add... a little bit more in terms of the grassland to, or maybe coastal. Just something to make it seem like there's plant life in there, because there is plant life in the film. It's actually quite busy with plant life in the film, so something more like that. I'm pretty happy with that. Otherwise, you don't really get a good view at this side, so we can just put some trees there. The only thing I want to change. So when you look at the visitor centre, there's trees on the left. More like a palm tree, actually. There's a big old palm tree. Let's put a big old palm tree in. There's trees on the right. There's one, actually, interestingly enough. There's one that sits like... It might be tough to do, unfortunately. We're going to get rid of that one. There's a tree that sits around here. Now, we're not going to squeeze that in, unfortunately, but we'll see what we can do. So as far to the left as possible, about there. And then we can stick a few more in there anyway. Good stuff. Right, and then behind it, the tree line goes around a little bit. It's around there. But then directly behind it, as in, if you look at the visitor centre through the middle, there's trees on the left, there's trees on the right, they curl behind it a little bit. And that tree, actually, this big old tree that they've attached to the visitor centre is part of it. But down the centre... when you look like that, you don't actually see any trees. So what we need to do is get rid of that forest right there to make that, like, free down the middle, like so. Good stuff. Right, so I'm going to bring the map up very briefly. We are going back to this one. This is the only one that shows the shed. There's our visitor centre there. They're going to come down. We have had to squeeze this part together because we use so much room for the actual enclosures. They're going to come down to the south. They're going to walk past the Raptor pen. Does this make any sense? Yeah, we'll come to that. Yeah, it does. I'm just thinking what side of the Raptor pen has to be on the right side of the road. Because you remember in the film, they walk past, we're talking about Sattler and, I was going to call him Dodgson there, definitely not Dodgson, Sattler and, why am I so bad at Muldoon, obviously. They're walking past and the Raptor pen is on their left, and they look up at it and the Raptors are broken out, and then they walk on further, and that's when they get to the maintenance shed. So that means the Raptor pen has to be on the right side of the road from where we're looking now, because it's on their left. Yeah? Good stuff. So, we have a lot of roads. Maybe more than is helpful. Let me think about this. We might take out one of the roads just to... Wait, can I even take this road out without it breaking? Yeah, cool. I think making the Raptor pen look more like the film is more important than having a maintenance road, which is very much undefined anyway and like kind of random, so... something more like that. So they're going to walk along here. Now, I've got an image of this as well. I'm very prepared. I'm a professional YouTuber. Let's bring that across so you can have a look at that. So they walk this way, sort of down across here, and they look up at the pen. So we need to put a hill behind it, put some sand beneath it by the looks of it, and then lots of trees in that area. Yeah? Yeah. So they're going to walk along here. So what we'll do... going to forest this bit up. Like so. And we'll forest all this bit up as well. Give me a big brush. Big daddy brush. Lovely. You don't see this bit anyway. Actually, you do kind of see this bit. There, on their right-hand side as they're walking past, if the raptor pen's on the left, on the right is quite heavy and dense in forest. And that makes sense because we know the maintenance shed is going to be in forest as well. So we do want to lean into that. Right. So they're walking along. They're not doing that. That would be weird. And then it kind of sits in like a little square. Now, I'm not going to go overboard on this, but I do want to put a little bit of a hill in. Obviously, we'll make that look less dumb, but the idea is maybe to block off this back bit a little bit. And plus, it just gives us a little bit of height, a little depth, a little bit more interest in general in this area. Smooth it out. Smooth it out. Particularly this front curve. More like that. Actually, maybe a little bit higher. Shall we have a look? It's quite high. It's about half the height of the raptor. Actually, that's a good way to do it. It's about half the height of the raptor pen. The raptor holding pen. You know, this is how I always took it. Like, this was, because the raptors can't be put in the enclosure because they keep breaking out because they're bloody nuts. They had to, you know, put them somewhere else temporarily. Which side is it? Okay. So it's on that side. It's quite close to the road as well. We're going to say this road here is the path that they're following. So I'm going to bring all this a little bit... Okay. We're going to bring all this a little bit forward. Yeah, that's fine. Just goes bloody nuts, doesn't it? So let's try to bring this up quite a bit more. What's it look like behind? It's quite tight to it, isn't it? The hill. Looks a little bit weird, actually, to me. It's like a staggered kind of dirt hill with flowers and stuff popping off. Although it's not that at all. That's a little bit too much. As long as it looks roughly similar, that's fine. But the closer we can get, the better, eh? That's what we're going for here. Pretend accuracy. But yeah, this is the final building. We are officially done after this today. It's been a fun little journey. I don't know what we're going to do next. I do like the idea of trying to rebuild Isla. Am I going to do sand here? Yeah. Oopsie daisy, that's my sound. I do like the idea of trying to do like an Isla sauna. I don't know if there's like a really good map out there that'll help us do that, but I mean that'd be pretty cool. I'm going to just sort of fade some, because assumedly, like the area they're walking in does look a little bit like this. So let's fade in just a little bit of sand just across there. And I'm going to put some dirt in on the hill. And do you want trees? Some trees. Don't want to go too hard on the trees, actually. See, that's already too hard on the trees. There's one down here. It's probably a bit close, isn't it? Yeah, we'll just do it. We'll put in a single tree for that one. Let's grab that bad boy then. What about the other bad boy? Can't neglect your bad boys, okay? That's when they come to get you. It's kind of on the right and then back a little bit, so it's about there. We'll just put some trees around here. That's already too many trees. The problem is I want trees. Like, I like trees. I got some grassland in there. Just try to densen that up a little bit. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe need to get rid of that there. Oh, why is that not working? Why are you grassy? Stop being grassy. Oi, game. Do what I command. Oh, there we go. Whatever. Maybe bring some dirt in here just to lighten it up a little bit. It's a little bit too intensely sandy, you know? I don't think it would be... It looks like a bit too much like a beach. Yeah, it's maybe a little bit further away from the road than I would like, even though we did bring it in, but I think it's okay. The sand looks a little bit odd, but hey-ho. Change that to a bit... There's something crawling on the wall behind me. It's a little insect stalking me. Oh, something more like that. Cool. And then they walk along here, and then we have the maintenance shed. Now that's not the official image, but Aftermath was very stringently based on the real thing. It's very cool. We also have like a beautiful pose there, but you can see how it's very, very similar. And this is a nice overall view. So we need like a long dirt path, followed by a little gate, and then the maintenance shed, and like just tons of forest. So where do we put that? Well, they walk along here, and they walk into a very densely vegetationed, that's an official term, area, right? Because that's where Muldoon, as he's running with the Raptor, blah, 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 blah. They're in very dense forest. So maybe we'll have it go off the beaten track a little bit and curl out straight line here, basically. They come round the corner. Muldoon walks off to the left, and that's where he runs into the Raptor, right? He tells Ellie to run. Ellie runs straight forward. She's jumping over the water, she's jumping over the logs and stuff like that, and she goes into the maintenance shed. I'd like it to be facing that way, though, so maybe I'll have him going straight forward. Curl. Yeah, okay, I've got a plan. I've got a plan. So. We need a little bit. I'm going to do like a dirt trail for this. So let's just say they come, because we don't see them walk from the Raptor pen to the next scene. We just kind of see them in the forest for the next scene. So let's say they turn a corner, because there's no reason why not. And they can see the maintenance shed in front of them. And Ellie says, you know, we can make it if we run, blah, 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 blah. And Muldoon says, no, why not? Because we're being hunted. Oh my god. He goes, is it okay? She goes, like hell it is. Is that the right lines? I'm quite proud if that's right. It's close anyway. So he then turns off to the left, where he's gonna do battle with the big one and get destroyed, unfortunately. And she's gonna run straight forward to the maintenance shed. And that uses the space really effectively. And then we just need some forest around here, and we are looking sexy. Alright, so operations. Guests? Question mark? Emergency bunker. So why is it the world gone really... Oh, right, okay. So I want that there. It's the right thing, right? Basically, look at that. That's so cool, that radio bunker. That looks awesome. I remember that. What's that from? I have no idea. We need a fence, like the lightest fence we can get. We don't quite have the... Yeah, it just has to be a skinny little fence, so we'll use this one. And that sits... about there. Probably about there. Okay. We're going to cover the sides with forest to try and hide all that stuff. That's pretty cool, though. And then this comes out like that. Let's pretend, you know, that would be the doorway. So about there. That would close in that direction. The fence is a little small. The fence is a little big, the bunker's a little small, but we can't really do much about that. That is the best bunker, right? I'm not going crazy. I'm not going crazy. As rare as that might be, I'm genuinely not going crazy this time. No, I'm not. We're good. Right, let's get green. Sugar, 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 sugar. Sugar, 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 sugar. Sugar, 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 sugar. We're just going to get this whole area. I really don't want you to see out the side. And the path she's running down is, this is quite thick actually compared to the film, so we need to bring the trees in. Yeah, that's more what it should feel like, you know, like a dark, skinny path leading up to the bunker. So you can see it, but it's not like... It's a shame it's so small, it really is, but it's there, you can see it, there's trees just running along. We'll put in a little bit of water in a second. Muldoon turns off to the left, he's looking at the Raptor right in front of him. We'll just put trees in here, really. I really want to sell this bit as very dense with vegetation. I'm gonna say that he walks forward. We're gonna put in a little bit of a log. Not a log. I don't have access to logs. I could actually download the mod. I think what we'll do is we'll download. You remember yesterday I showcased the environmental rework mod. I don't want all of it for this because it is meant to look like Isla Nublar, Jurassic Park, which I think Jurassic World Evolution looks more like by default with the brighter grass and stuff like that. But the mod will bring in logs, and I can just download the log. So having the log here for both the Gallimimus exhibit, the one that they crawl under, we'll use the big one for that. And here, you know, the log that Muldoon puts his hat on, that'll be really cool. So we'll do that. For now, it's a rock. Just pretend that Muldoon's a man, like an absolute giant. And he walks forward, he puts his hat on the log. There's too many trees. The problem is I want to move that further forward, but I'm worried about I'm gonna go for that instead. I'm worried about being able to see the people behind. There's people walking along a path behind here. If we just go super hard on the veggies, which everyone should for a healthy diet. There we go. That's fine. Yes, beautiful. So we'll replace that with a lock. There we go. She runs down to the bunker. And then we just need to, you know, chuka basically. Just dot some trees in here, just make it look sexy. And we are very, very, very nearly done. Look at that, beautiful. Only thing left to do then is the docks. There's our Mount Sibo, or pretend Mount Sibo. So the docks are going to be over here. Now the docks are going to be a bit of a pain. We can't make docks, essentially. Like, we can't make proper docks, of course. But we can kind of make a version. I once again have an image ready. We're going to base them on this one right here. This is the Jurassic Park, the game docks. This is really the best look we ever get. I don't like the presence of the Jurassic Park gate there. I don't think we'll do that, but I think like a little bit of a pier with a little bit of a building and then like cliff edges around it is a good idea. So, what we can do is this. Let's just clear that away a little bit. I'm going to make a path. Actually, let's tell you what. Tell you blimmin' what. Let's clear out all of that. So, the path pier comes out and the building goes along the side of it. I think the best one to use is probably the storm defense. No, the ranger outpost. No, because of the car. Storm defense station. We'll use that. That looks dockish to me somehow. Which side do we want this? So it's going to be... Yeah, that's okay. So that sits there. And then behind that, we're going to put the cheap path going in a straight line. We'll just connect that onto there. And then this is going to come forward. I only just realised that we don't have thick paths for Jurassic Park. I don't know how I didn't realise that, but interesting. There's a slight problem. How close can I get that? There. So what we do is go straight down, because if I bring it to there, it snaps. So we just bring it to there. Okay, I might have to do that. Gotta remember, I can hit the bloody delete key. I don't know why. Oh. Should have done some defense station. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Anyways, what we can the reason to use the path is that it's going to let us bring the water right up to the edge, basically. I don't know. It's not going to look amazing, but it'll look a bit like a dock. We can bring the sign in. We'll bring some palm trees, maybe a little bit of mountains around the side to make it look like the game. Got to use whatever resources we can. If any of you happen to have like a really good map of Isla Sorna, that would be amazing. I haven't seen one. Isla Nublar is definitely the one that more people do. Obviously, it was set up like a park, so there's park brochures and stuff like that. I'm sure someone out there has done one though, so that'd be awesome. If you want to let me be lazy, that would be nice. Thanks very much. I should have done this first anyway. Why is that being odd? Stop it. Do what I command. Oh, that'll do. Okay. And we bring in the water. Right up to the edge. I think that's about as close as you're gonna. Oopsie daisy. About as close as you're gonna get to a docks in Jurassic Park. Sure, you can maybe do a little bit more, but do that again. Bring that down. Let's get wet. There we go. Oh, I need water over here as well. I forgot. Just looks like a very weird penis. Where's that raptor bit gone? We're over here. Then they walk forward. They go down there. She walks down here to the shed, and she jumps over at one point. Oh, that's huge. She jumps over. She like swings over a log, which again we can bring in. Oh no, she jumps over a log and she swings from like a branch, and she lands in like water, mud kind of stuff. So that's what that's meant to represent. We are very nearly done here, folks. Quick and simple, like a cabbage. What? Signs. We'll bring in some lights and stuff to make this fancy. It is the east dock, so I need to make sure this is pointing the right way, which is really difficult because you can't see a bloody thing. That is the right way there. Now, the sign wouldn't be there, right? Because obviously the east dock is there because you can see it. I guess we could have one there. I don't know why they've made this so you can't zoom in at all when using the signs, because the signs only point one way, right? In theory. Wait, no, that points left. That point's right. No, it's fine. It's just that you can't bloody see, I think. I just want to put a couple of these in. Anywhere that I think it makes rough sense. I just, sorry if I'm loud, I have to like put my face like an inch away from the screen. Need a bigger monitor. Okay, that's probably enough. And we'll put one over here as well. Maybe when you... Yeah, like over here somewhere. This is stuff you don't see in the film, so this is stuff where we get a little bit of creative control. I cannot tell which direction that's pointing. I think the wrong way. I actually don't know. Yes, nailed it. Okay. There's our dock signs, there's our dock. Can we do anything else? Maybe some lights? Like going along there? I don't know why, but like why not, I guess is my point. They're a little bit in the water, but it's just to kind of alert. It's like a lighthouse, right? Meow. 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 I'm not going to go overboard with them. I do like my lights. I don't know, it makes it look more like a dock. I think maybe another building in the area would be a good idea as well. I'm not sure what though. I do like the idea that I think the Ranger Outpost looks pretty cool. I think it suits quite well. God, maybe in the restaurant. I just think a bit, maybe in a hotel. No, because I don't want people. I think the Ranger Outpost is what we're going to go for, and we'll just kind of like hide the car a little bit. I just think having more buildings here is a good thing. I don't think it's going to look like a dock otherwise. And we can bring the forest down a little bit. Maybe not that much. Let's assume they would have controlled the area somewhat, you know, with stuff. Maybe some rock? Is that nuts? Kind of pretend it's like concrete. Ah, that's a good idea. That's what we'll do. So where the paths come up, get rid of the trees in this bit. We'll just paint the whole thing in rock and we'll pretend it's concrete. I'd love a concrete brush. I imagine that's got to be a fairly easy thing to do. Replace the rock brush with a concrete brush. That would actually be really cool. Not good for exhibits, admittedly, but really good for like building stuff in general. Why are you fusing me? What are you doing? There we go. Good girl. And in there as well. A little bit of grass in there. Yeah, pretty happy with it. I think. The car's fine, you know? It looks like... I think if you saw that, you'd think dock. Mainly because there's a pier and there's water. It's not amazing, but it's not a million miles away either. It's nearly a million miles away, but it's not quite. I'd like to have got some height in. Maybe we can get a little bit of height in this bit here, because this is a dead zone anyway. There's nothing here. I just don't want to ruin the path in the process. I don't know if that's good or not. There is a cheeky little palm tree looking thing over there on the left, so why not, I guess. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, folks, we are officially finished. That is the entirety of the park done. We've got everything. Every single aspect of the films, every single aspect of the maps, by and large, even the bonus stuff like the Parasaurolophus and our pretend little Stegosaurus at the bottom, stuff like that. Yeah, cool. Right, okay, good stuff. So, if you enjoyed this video and you've enjoyed this series, please do hit the like button. A lot of work and research, okay, Googling has gone into this, so I do appreciate all the support and it helps the video. Oh, my phone has responded to me. Has gone into this. I do appreciate all the support and it helps the video.
Here's a result from search.
No, shush. My phone was just sitting on the table and it started to pick up what I was saying. But yeah, I really appreciate all the help, all the comments and suggestions. If you have any final comments before the next video, that would be great. I am probably going to install a couple of mods. We'll get the logs and stuff, and we'll do that. And also maybe the Jurassic Park pack that we highlighted, the first mod we highlighted, because that should make things... to be honest, that's really going to be a minor difference at best. So we'll have a think about that. I don't think you'd actually notice much. We'll see. Either way, next video we will go on our tour, and we'll go through the tour normally all the way till we get to the Triceratops, actually till the Dilophosaurus. and then we'll go through again with some rain and water, you know, for the Dilo, and then maybe we'll have a little walk around down here and just kind of experience the tour in general and try to get a little bit of a film feel. Sound like a plan? Sound like a plan. We'll be back with that later in the week, or probably early next week, we'll see. Until then, thank you for joining me. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help support me a little bit more, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. There's a link in the description down below. Every little really does help in times like these, but it's not at all expected, and by just watching the video you've already helped me out massively, and it makes you a pretty cool person, so well done you. Thanks for joining me either way, I'll see you next time.